It's pretty iffy. Pretty iffy. I bet that looks amazing when it's lit up. I feel like I should test it. We should test it together. Well, we are here at the shop today, as you can see behind me, and our goal for today is to prepare for some upcoming whatnot sales. So I actually have 3 whatnot sales on the horizon. We have our typical Wednesday whatnot sale, and then I have the dogtober train, which is Friday. I've got all my dogs over here, so I'm pretty much ready for that sale, which is good. And then October 8th is our big Sunday sale, where I will be selling many of the things that you saw in our Springfield videos. So I have to start getting ready for these sales, and I have to start picking these items. So let's get to work. Here we go. So here are a lot of the puppy dogs that we have for the puppy dog train. This is the Friday sale. We have 24 dogs here, and I think that this will work for a 1-hour sale. I've never really done a 1-hour sale before, but usually for my 2-hour sales, I'm usually around 40 to 50. So this should be good for a 1-hour sale. So I don't really think I need to add to it. I don't need to take anything away. I love this little guy. He's so great. I think that's one of my favorites from this sale. Also the naughty Chihuahua. He's pretty great. I wish I would have been able to get some more braids for this sale, but in the future, maybe I'll have another dog sale and I'll be able to curate a little bit better. But that's where we're at. Now, unfortunately, I have no carts available to me right now because we had our paperweight sale, and I used 2 carts for the paperweight sale. I didn't want them knocking together. So 2 carts are set aside for paperweights. 1 cart is eBay, and the last cart I have buy it now items on. So we're using a laundry basket to select items for our Springfield sale, which is October 8th. So here we have a whole table of things that Shelby has processed. I still have 3 boxes over there that she is planning to work on. She actually texted me. She's like, "Hey, is the table clear?" And I'm like, "Not yet, but I'm going to work on that today." In about an hour. So here we are, an hour later, and I am working on clearing this table. These I did pick for Andrew, so I'm going to put those over onto the countertop. He was really excited to see this. What I didn't realize about this until I sent him photos was that this piece on the top is actually an old coin. So I was pretty excited for that. You guys know that he's into coins. He deals in coins. So this on the top is a coin. I think it would be fun to test a few of these pieces with our black light. There we go. I had a very sneaky suspicion that this one was going to glow, as well as this. I thought maybe this would glow, but it does not. Now, I showed this to Peter, and he found an example where it has a lid. So I'm a little bummed that we don't have the lid for it, but it can still be a vase. And I absolutely love the coloring of it. So we're going to put that in here. I really love this. I think this is Murano, if I had to guess. And I just love the contrast of the purple and the white. I think it's fantastic. So we're going to add that to our basket here. This is pretty great also. I wish I knew. I didn't know if this was Fenton or if this was Czech. The plum seemed off to me to be Fenton. I know there is a Fenton plum opalescent, but I have a few pieces in my collection, and it's not this color. So I understand that there are Czech versions of this. So maybe this one is Czech. I don't know. Oh wait, there's marking on it. The light just hit it just right. Made in Czechoslovakia. It's actually marked. There we go. Mystery solved. This is made in Czechoslovakia. And I kind of like this color a little bit more than the Fenton. I'm not going to lie. The Fenton is a lot more purpley. This one kind of has some blue tones. I don't know. I'm digging it. We're going to stick it down in here. We have the picture that is kind of matchy-matchy. I wonder if this is marked as well. We're going to have to get that sticker off of there and check it. So I'm not seeing any markings on the bottom of this, no matter how the light catches it. But it's that same color. It's not the same tone as the Fenton Plum Opalescent. So I would assume that these are both check. You can see how similar they are in color. Fenton was not the only one to make a plum opalescent. So obviously we have this one that's marked, this one that is not. And my gut tells me this one is also Czechoslovakia. This little thing is gorgeous. Well, I didn't turn my lights on today. Go figure. You guys know me. You're like, hey, Jocelyn, you forgot to turn the lights on again. Let me get the lights. I think that's a price of $300. Holy smokes. Is this Tiffany? I only know one company that would be priced at that. $300. I didn't even notice that when I bought it. Holy smokes. I still have to do a little research. If it was, it would be marked. It would be marked. I'll have to do a little bit more digging on that one. But it is a very pretty glass with like a gold sheen to it. I don't know if you can see the gold on there. $300 on that. Maybe. Or maybe that's just their serial number. I'm not sure. Beautiful piece. Alright, that's going to go in our basket. This was hanging out with their other toothpick holders. So they had a bunch of toothpick holders. This caught my eye because it's hand blown. The other ones were pressed glass. You know, I've got a soft spot for hand blown. And so that one caught my eye. We're going to switch gears now. Those items were from the warehouse. This was from Heart of Ohio. But the reason I want to move this along is because we have a jack-o'-lantern, we have a turkey, we have a Christmas puma. I'm just kidding. I don't know how that's relevant. Maybe even be a tiger. I don't know. It's a season's wreath. That's what they call these. They call them season's wreaths because they have different holidays. So technically, they're good for every season. Valentine's Day, Easter, Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, Cat Day, Christmas, and Halloween. All the holidays right there in one wreath. But I think the most prominent ones displayed here are, in fact, Halloween and Thanksgiving. So maybe Christmas and Cat Day. But I think we need to get this one sold. So I'm going to stick it in here. I have another one. It's over here. But I think that one was... Yeah, this is definitely ready for Valentine's Day. And this one's a little different. So my dilemma here is I don't know if petite shows. I pronounced it right this time, didn't I? Thanks to all of you in my comments. You're going to be like, no, you're still mispronouncing it. I don't know if petite shows is supposed to be marked. I know there are some very cheaply made Chinese knockoffs, petite shows, but those are very lightweight. You can tell. They're very lightweight and cheap feeling. These are heavy and they feel good quality. You can see the ribbons on them. The fact that this one is black and that one is regular brass is interesting to me. They're about the same size. One has leaves, one has flowers. I'm probably going to sell them separate. I'm probably going to hold on to this one until around Valentine's Day because I run auctions. My holiday-themed items do better around that specific holiday. People always tell me, well, holiday stuff sells all year round. It does. It definitely does. But when you run auctions, those holiday-themed items sell better around that specific holiday. Buy it now, it doesn't really matter. But when you're running auctions, you're better off selling it around that specific holiday. So we're going to run this. We're going to hold on to this until Valentine's Day. And we're going to see what else we have. I bought some lucite. We're holding on to that. I think we're about there, folks. We're about ready to have a lucite sale. We have 3 chickens. You can never have too many of those. I have some Lalique. I have 3 of these. I'll put the swan in here. This is fantastic. I don't think that this is intended to be Halloween, but it's giving me Halloween vibes. And because of that, I'm going to include it in here in case it's giving someone else Halloween vibes. Black cats and ghosts, definitely Halloween vibes, but I'm not sticking them in that basket. They will get broken, so I'm going to come back out for those. Let's see. The heady shoop, I'm debating how I want to get rid of that. It's very large. That's my dilemma. It's a very large piece, and I have to decide how to move that. But this piece here is a Robert Held, who apparently just retired. So this could actually be a good piece, considering he just retired. I'm a little tempted to hang on to it for a minute. But I lucked into some Robert Held. A month before he announced that he was going to retire, I just so happened to go on their website and buy a bunch of glass. I didn't even realize he was retiring. I just really liked the glass. So I have a bunch of it that I just purchased because I'm like, hey, I like this glass. And now he's retiring, so I guess I could pass that one along. Here is some more. I would assume this is Murano. I just love the shape and the color of it. It's not a design I've seen before, as I've mentioned in previous videos. Something I just see over and over and over again. But I really love the swirl of this. A little Eichholt. I've been told I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's Eichholt and not Eichholt. So we will from now on say Eichholt. This one, when you look it up, they call it a lava vase. I don't know what makes this a lava vase. If maybe it's that stretch texture that looks like a lava flow. But it also has these large gold fields on it, which are really nice. And it is signed Eichholt. This was just fun. I really considered holding on to this for myself, but I really don't need to keep everything. And I can't keep everything. No markings on that. I might want to do a little bit more research on that before I let it go. This is stunning. I showed that in the haul that we did. That really pretty peach glass. And this is Staffordshire. Dalton, maybe? No, just Crown Staffordshire. Mini bud vase. Here is a perfume missing the atomizer. Nice colorful glass. Dugan. I'm assuming this is Dugan. It has the Venetian look to it. My guess would be Dugan. It has kind of a honeycomb look to it. I have to dig into that one a little bit more before I list it. But my first initial thought is that this is a Dugan Venetian pattern. Or Venetian line, I should say. Pretty little porcelain dish. Reminiscent of a West Prussia. Now, I don't know if this is an unmarked piece. Some of the pieces were unmarked. I'd have to do a little digging on that. Some of the experts in West Prussia can tell you just by looking at it. I just realized this has a chip on it. Darn it. You know, I left the one behind that was missing a chunk out of the flower. And I didn't even notice this other chunk off the back of it. I'm going to set it aside for now. I think I will pick this up. This is another one that reminded me of West Prussia, just in the shape of the handles. So we'll stick that in there as well. That one could also potentially be West Prussia. I have to be really careful carrying this basket back. In fact, I think I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to carry this basket back and get this stuff photographed and then come out and grab more. My goal is to clear off this table before today is done. Alright, that's one trip down. Everything is photographed and we are moving on to trip number 2. We have these glowy pieces. They glow real good. Is that a chip? No, it's just part of the design. I wonder if these are also Czechoslovakia. I don't see any marking on them, but my assumption is that they are. I'm speaking in the plural because we have two. Again, no markings. Assumption is Czechoslovakia. This creature, this winged creature, cherub or fairy, he's saying everything is okay. Marking there. Not sure. I may have to look that one up. I was so pleased with this. I'm like, oh, it's in great condition. He's got his wings. It's so wonderful. And then I noticed this chip there on the edge. But if that's the worst of it, I don't know. I feel like he's doing all right. He's just got a little damage there on the end. Usually the wings are broken off and repaired, and so he's doing all right. We'll stick him in there. Like a weirdo horse. I have some decisions to make because I also have a trippy train coming up with Yvonne, some of my other friends, and I'm going to be selling off all the weirdos that I've been collecting. I'm like, dude, you are a weirdo. But I only have a 30-minute time slot, so I'm going to have to give up some weirdos to sell this guy. He's pretty great. Epic candle holder. Gosh, I wished that I could have found a matchy match for this. I looked, couldn't find it. All that was there was a single, but this is fantastic. I love the opalescence to it. It kind of glows. I mean, it glows, but not like those glow, but it does glow. There's a glow to it. This Murano dish. May as well throw that in there. Now, the case where I got this and these two figurines, I purchased them from a viewer. From a viewer who travels to Murano and brings these pieces back. And every year they message me and they're like, hey, I restocked my little case here at Springfield, and so every year I go and I visit. And sure enough, there's fresh goodies. So those came back from Murano, including the little ghost. I have to remember to carry those back this time. My little key hider friend, also a weirdo, but we're running out of space in the weirdo sale, so we'll include him in there. This was really neat. I found this in the warehouse. I'm just getting a closer look at it. I realized that some of these little beads are missing. I think they're supposed to be on the ends there. So maybe this one had 4. That one probably did as well. But it's a candle holder. So no markings or anything. I feel like it's got some age. It's pretty neat. I'm gonna sell that. This is likely going to be a buy it now. You're probably like, why isn't she grabbing that? I'm thinking this light is going to be a buy it. I don't know. I'm should I sell that at auction? Decisions. I mean, it's wacky. It's fun. And honestly, I don't know what I would price it at if I was to price it at a buy it now. It's so cool. I don't even think I have the bulbs to test it. And do I want to test it? Let's check out this cord. It's a little bit iffy. I mean, I've tested worst here at the shop. Usually Andrew's here, though. Maybe I shouldn't test it when I'm on my own. It's pretty iffy. Pretty iffy. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna list that in the whatnot sale. I bet that looks amazing when it's lit up. I feel like I should test it. We should test it together. I've added the light bulb and now I'm gonna attempt to plug it in. This could end badly. This could be the last video that you ever see. If my dying will Andrew, please post that video of me plugging in that lamp. Alright, I'm going to attempt to plug this in and see what happens. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, I got to turn the inline switch. Is everybody ready for this? Oh, hey look! It works! You all thought I was going to just blow up. It didn't happen. Not this video, folks. Oh, shoot. Alright, it works. Now, if I do sell this, I would not recommend plugging this in. That was a stupid decision on my part. But it works. So if you were to buy it, I would very strongly suggest rewiring it. And this is what it would look like. Look, it's beautiful. Ta-da! It's gorgeous. So I'm going to unplug it now before it gets too hot. Where two wires touch that are not supposed to. But yeah, so this is the bowl. It's a very pretty glass centerpiece, probably Czechoslovakia. It's Tango glass. You've got the contrast between the orange and the blue. And it sure is nice. So yeah, let's turn it off. There we go. This, which I thought was pretty interesting. And I'm not really sure what its purpose is. When I first saw it in the case, I thought, is that a lidded dish? It is not. It is a solid piece. I think it's supposed to look like a flower pot. There is a chip on the back of one of the flowers that I felt when I took it out of the case, but since it was on the back of the flower, and you can't really tell unless you touch it, I mean, even when you're looking at it, you can't tell. I'm interested to buy it anyway. I think it was like 20 bucks. Kind of a no-brainer. I was like, okay, I'll take it. So I'm going to stick that in there. Let's see. The Mackenzie Childs. I'm not really sure what I want to do with that yet. I forgot what this is called. I've had wall pockets made of this before. This material, and there is a specific name for it. It is made in Japan. I don't remember the name of it, but it does come with a little stand, which is nice. So I'll stick that in there. It's like a clay pottery. When I list it on Whatnot, I will make sure that I use the actual name of it. These MMA candle holders, these are reproductions. They are marked MMA for Metropolitan Museum of Art. That means they are not original. Apparently there's a pair out there that are probably in the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and those are probably very, very spendy. But these were made to look like whatever pair is in the actual museum. And these are probably sold at the gift shop. Now I do think I'm going to sell this vase when I picked it up. I told you guys that I have two of them. I actually have one on my back shelves. And I was never clear on who made this. I always suspected that it was Moser or a Bohemian Glass of some sort. When I posted it in the Bohemian Glass groups on Facebook, nobody could really help me identify it, and I was kind of bummed about it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Really heavy etching. You can see there how heavy it is on the edges. This one has a bruise on the edge, so it's not a full chip, but it's like a fracture to the glass here, so it's not broken away. You can't feel it with your fingers, but you can see it. It looks like a chip, but it is complete, like it's not chipped away. So beautiful polished base, and I love the color of it. It's like a dusty rose with a bird on it. So I'm going to include this vase. We'll see how well it does, and then I'll have more of an idea of what my other one should sell for, because the other one is in better condition. So it'll kind of give me an idea. So pretty. And I was really surprised to find another one, because I assumed there weren't very many out there since nobody could help me with my other one. So alright, I'm going to carry this back, photograph this, and then I will come back out for these guys. Candle holder. And I'm pretty sure I've had pieces by this artist before. I think I actually sold one through my website, which I really don't make a whole lot of sales through my website. I don't know if you guys remember, it was this bowl, and I had all this confetti on the outside. Confetti glass. It was a glass bowl. And the confetti texture is basically just shards of glass on the outside. But yeah, I'll have to do a refresher on that name because I do recognize the signature, and I'm almost certain it's the same artist. I want to wash this up real quick. It just needs a quick scrub, and we'll include that in the whatnot sale. All right. Turns out I did not sell this on my website. I actually sold it on eBay because there's a record of it in WorthPoint. And WorthPoint pulls listings, sold listings from eBay. And so a lot of the times I'll reminisce over on WorthPoint of things that I've sold. I'm just kidding. I don't actually do that. So it is Eon to Maine. T-A-M-A-I-A-N. So that is the signature on this. See it there. And that is the bowl that cut me with all that confetti on the outside. I sold it for $237. Let's stick it in here very carefully. I know you guys are probably getting anxiety from this basket, but I feel like this is a good start to our Sunday sale. Like a really good start. But I'm going to go grab a little bit more. I did bring all the dogs back here. I photographed all the dogs for my Friday sale. You can see Shelby was in. She finished processing Ohio. And it's all here on the table. I feel like I'm gonna end up eventually having another Springfield sale because I just bought so much volume that we're gonna have to have another sale. But like, do I want to sell my puffer fish? I shouldn't say this because I always say this when I have like a really amazing piece. I'm like, I've never been more tempted to keep a piece of Murano, but look at him. I love him so much. I might actually like hold on to this little guy for a minute. I don't know. I'll have to think about him. I might have to think. He's just so cute. I don't even really like fish, but I like him. I think we could sell this. I would let this go. Stick that in my basket. I'll move that along. That was actually from the X-Strap. That was really fun. Beautiful Murano necklace. I bought that out of the same case that I bought the fishy. Alright. This. I was actually thinking, you know what? Let's get rid of the Mad Glass. This is Mad Glass. That's the maker. Mad Art Glass. Mad Glass. This is more contemporary. It's 2012, but I just love the colors so much. Barbini Circus Tent. Get rid of the Barbini. This is either Montjoy or Montjoie. Should just say it every which way, and then everybody's gonna be like, oh, well, you said it right at one point. That's what the sticker said. I don't know if that's actually what it is, but it's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm gonna put it in our Sunday sale. And I'm like, what am I putting in my Wednesday sale? I know I said it was gonna be a surprise, but also I'm like, come on. I see plenty of things I could put in the Wednesday sale. I usually don't put the highest end stuff in my Wednesday. I still put good stuff in Wednesday, but for instance, I have $65 in this Mad Glass vase. I don't think I'd be brave enough to put this in a Wednesday sale because our Wednesday sales are at 4 p.m. and people on the West Coast are still in work. So I'm a little more hesitant to put higher end pieces in my Wednesday sales, knowing that a lot of my viewers, a lot of my buyers are still at work. So on Wednesday sales, I still put good items in, but I don't put my high-end items. I reserve those for Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern. So this is all Sunday stuff, but I think I'm going to maybe set a few aside for Wednesday. I'm thinking this frog, which I thought was really neat. That's super cool. Sometimes I'm a little surprised by Wednesday sales, but we'll put this aside, I'm just going to set it to this end of the table for now. This perfume, which I actually purchased from a viewer at Springfield Extra. This is cool. I think that this might be Alexandrite because I swear that was purple when I bought it. It's changing colors on me. Let's see. This could be Wednesday. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I thought maybe this was one of those whistles because I noticed he had a hole in his nose. I don't think he is, though. I did notice he signed there. Oh, that just says Costa Rica. I think he's a vulture. Rose Bowl. Wednesday. See, I'm going to have to come in tomorrow and photograph all this. I think you guys will be seeing this tonight, which is Tuesday night. And then the Wednesday sale is tomorrow. So this is going to be tomorrow's sale. Horsey. Giving you guys a preview. And then, of course, I'll be grabbing stuff from all around the shop. But, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it at that. It's 6 o'clock. I think it's time for me to get on here. I really wanted to photograph some buy it nows. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow as well. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video and hanging out with me here at the shop today. As I mentioned, I have 3 sales coming up. We have our October 4th Wednesday sale, which is just a typical Wednesday sale where I gather up items from here around the shop. I give you a preview of a few items, but I think other than that, I'm probably just going to surprise you. And that is scheduled for October 4th at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm hoping you guys can join me. And then my next sale is scheduled for Friday, October 6th at 6 p.m. Eastern, and I am taking part in a dogtober train where I'm selling all dogs at 6 p.m. Eastern for 1 hour. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then, of course, the Sunday sale. Hopefully you hop on over to our Whatnot. I have links down in the description so you can bookmark those sales. Also, if you'd like to become a buyer over on Whatnot, if you haven't signed up yet, Whatnot will credit you $15 to spend with me or anyone over on Whatnot. So if you become a buyer, you have that to look forward to. And if you decide you want to start selling over on Whatnot, I have a link for that as well. Now, those are affiliate links, so if you use my links, I do receive a small commission, and that goes to supporting my channel. But on that note, I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and guess I'll see all of you tomorrow. So long.